Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. My name is Marva B. I am the CEO and founder of Black Link Magazine. I'm so excited to be bringing this back to Oklahoma. As you see, if you go into YouTube, if you look at our magazine and everywhere we've been, it's always been outside of Oklahoma. So Marquita, thank you so much for being here and saying yes to Black Link Magazine. Welcome.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. I would just want to jump right into the interview. And I want to, first of all, have you to introduce yourself to the world, let them know who you are and what you do, and then we'll just get right into it.
Hi, and my name is Marquita Owens, and I am the owner of the Blu Print Studio. The Blu Print Studio is a health and wellness studio. We offer cycle classes, a variety of fitness classes. I've been a licensed hairstylist for over 20 plus years. So there's a salon located in there also. I am a wife and a mom to three. So busy life. So that's pretty much me in a nutshell.
Oh, thank you for being here again and welcome. So let's just go all the way back and let's talk about, let's say this. Black Link Magazine was created to ensure that we keep our culture, our people in the forefront to show maybe the struggles to success and how we are successful people. And so I want to talk about you growing up in Tulsa or if you grew up in Tulsa, and let's talk about life as it was growing up.
Well, I've been here ever since I was 4 years old. We're originally from Kansas City, Missouri, but we relocated here when I was a little girl. I grew up in the east side part of Tulsa for a good part of my life. I went to high school, elementary school, high school, all the way until I got out of school here. Have gotten married, have kids. They have gone to Tulsa Public Schools and graduated. I got one left to come through the school system too. But yeah, Tulsa has been an amazing place for me. Have been able to watch it transition and grow. Seeing it come from a place of looking like a small town to it developing and watching other entrepreneurs, grow at the same time over the years.
Wow, that's amazing. I love Tulsa. I used to live there myself, you guys. I am from Oklahoma. So we go out of Oklahoma so much. I just wanted to bring it back home. And so let's talk about you starting businesses. As growing up as a culture, we start businesses, we start things, we stop, but you jumped in and you created the business. Why was it important for you to be an entrepreneur?
Oh, I tell people all the time, just from an early age, I feel like I was always destined to be an entrepreneur. I always had a creative mind of wanting to create things or work for myself. My first opportunity at being an entrepreneur is whenever I became a hairstylist. That was the first part of me getting my feet wet into being an entrepreneur. As soon as I graduated from beauty college, not even maybe 5 months out, I opened up a salon. So that just shows that I was always, eager to create my own path. Ran a salon for a while. Wanted to do boys clothing too, so I was doing that also. So yeah, always mind working of how can I be my own boss and how can I elevate it to that next level. All the while I was doing hair, I would always say, man, I wish I could have a salon that had a gym with it, because I always would hear my clients say, I can't work out because I don't want to get my hair messed up. I wasn't into fitness at the time, but I knew that was like the biggest complaint that a lot of women would make. Who knew that several years down the road that I would actually really make that come to life? But like I said, to me, I always had that entrepreneur spirit from a young girl, and it's stuck with me. And I feel like it's basically worked out in my favor.
Yeah, congratulations on your businesses. I always want to commend our people when they are successful and they hang in there. Like, let's talk about the struggles. Like, it's not easy building a business. It's not easy growing a business, but I think it's that commitment and that stick to itness that we have to have in order to grow and in order to be successful. Talk about some of the struggles that you had.
Oh man, I feel like the struggle is having someone believe in your brand or believing in what you're trying to do. I feel like that is the hardest thing. It's one thing when you work for someone, you know, and you're pushing yourself and you're pushing your brand, but when you step out on that branch and try to build your own, I feel like and just from an honest perspective, that it may be just a little people step back from you. I've said this just on this part of the journey. How could I make money for other businesses, but it's harder for me to make it for myself? And I'm doing the exact same thing. That has been the biggest struggle. But what keeps me motivated is that I know that I'm in my purpose. Like, can't nobody tell me that I'm not. It's just staying motivated and staying focused to keep on going, because I know I believe in my dream and I know that I have something. It's just making that connection for people to believe in you too. I always tell people, as a small business, you're like an orphan trying to find your family.
Yes.
And these franchises, you know, they have a family, you know, and a small business is just trying to find their people. They're trying to find their tribe. And it is so hard to find, you know, the people who are meant for you. So yeah, that's the hardest thing. It is finding people who are meant for you, but staying motivated and staying in faith at the same time, knowing that it's all gonna work out.
Yeah. And when I talk to entrepreneurs, that's the main thing. It's like, I can build my business. I know what my vision is. I know what I got. I know it's worth it. But how do I connect with the people to get them to see that it's worth it, right? Let's talk about support and support from your family and the people around you. Like, it's when we first came on, I talked about going outside of Oklahoma, right? So when I go outside of Oklahoma, there's all these people that support me. And when I come back, I'm like, why is it that I can go away from where I live or from and get so much support, but not here? Let's talk about that a little bit.
That's one thing that I don't understand either. That's one thing that I'm still trying to figure out at the same time. It's kind of like, is it an Oklahoma thing, or is it everywhere? Because I mean, I've lived in Oklahoma all my life, so I can't necessarily compare.
Right.
I tell some of my writers, I mean, some of my instructors now, they're usually like, I can't get my friends and family to come and do it, or blah, blah, blah. And I told them long time ago, I stopped, and it's not hate or whatever. It's like, I stopped depending on friends and family to do it, because sometimes they're just going to come and do it just because out of support. I'm looking for those people who genuinely want me to change their lives, you know, and that's it. So yeah, that's a hard thing, is getting the support. They may verbally support, but sometimes it's hard to find them to like come in and support the business too. So I don't know what that gap is.
Yeah, I don't either. And I like that you said, you know, it's no hating or nothing. It's just that that's just what they choose. You know, it's a choice. And it's not that they're hating on you or they don't like what you or whatever. I don't know. But every time I've talked to entrepreneurs, that's been the biggest obstacle, is the support system, right? For your business.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you talk about,
I learned to remove that long time ago, like to not be in my feelings about it. It's like, hey, if you come, good. If you don't, I know that this, what I'm doing is not necessarily for you. My goal is to reach the people that it's for. So
Right. And that's where and I had to learn that too. And the reason I'm talking like this is because I want the world to know there are so many people out there that want to be entrepreneurs and get hung up or caught up on the people that should be supporting me, as my family should be doing it, but no one should support you. Right. So we got to get off of that, what people, how we're looking at who supports us. So just turning the page a little bit, let's talk about Blu Print. How I connected with you is that I saw you on the news and I was like, there goes a sister, and she got a business. I'm reaching out. And it's in Oklahoma. So let's talk about the Blu Print and how, first of all, you came up with the name and why, and what your mission was, your total mission was behind that, because I loved what you talked about.
For me, the name came from whenever I would be teaching cycle classes, I would always tell people, you are the blueprint to your family's health. Like what you are doing, you're laying the blueprint down of what health looks like, or what a healthy marriage looks like, or what eating, looks like, especially when you think about when you say family history. That is basically a blueprint of what your life is going to be like. And we think, oh, I have high blood pressure because my mom had high blood pressure. No, I mean, you have it because maybe your habits are the same. You're following the same standards that your family was doing. So for me, it was like, I can create a new blueprint. I didn't want my grandkids, even though I don't have them now, you fill out that health history of, oh, do you have cancer? I mean, did your parents have cancer? This, and that. And I was like, I don't want them to check that. I want to be the one that changes the whole script of what that family history looks like. And I did that, so that's where the name came from, was recreating a blueprint of, like, when you're building a house, you lay out blueprints, not that you're not taking from something else, but even when you remodel, you have a standard, but you may construct it to look or to fit your life. So it's like, how do I help you create the blueprint that fits your needs? I can tell you what my blueprint looks like, and you can follow that, but how do we create it for you to that it fits your lifestyle? So yeah, that's where the name came from.
I love that. And what I also love about the fact that you created the blueprint is because our culture and the diseases that we are so prone to the most. Like if you look at heart disease, it's Black women. If you look at diabetes, Black men and women, that have the worst struggle with it. So I can appreciate you doing that, and I hope that people get on board. So I have to be honest, I haven't been the best, but just lately, I've got an eye opener from a doctor, and I was like, oh, whoa, wait a minute, and so I had to make some changes. And so it was definitely timely that I connected with you for that. How hard, I know it's difficult for myself, I can speak for me, to just get started, right? We talk about it, but we don't. It's so hard to get started. Why is that? And what are you telling women to get them excited and motivated about living a healthier life?
To me, all I can tell people is just to start. I was notorious for losing weight, gaining weight, like playing that whole song and dance, or being like, oh, there's a wedding, I don't want to be the fat girl, or oh, it's my birthday, I want to
so familiar.
look cute. Yes, I mean, but then once those events was over, I went back to my regular lifestyle, and it became more of, like I said, I was getting ready to turn 40, and I was like, I cannot keep on with this same song and dance of losing weight, gaining weight. I was taking high blood pressure medicine. I was pre-diabetic. It was like, okay, you got to get it together. And so I challenged myself to work out every single day. It didn't matter what that workout was. I just had to be active. And my thing that I tell people now, you better not work on someone else's business better than you work on your body. Like, we go to jobs that we don't want to go to. We put in a lot of effort, but when it comes to, we make an excuse of, I can't, oh, I don't have 30 minutes, but we'll mindlessly scroll. Like people are not, they're looking at this video right now. They could have went and not to say not to watch this video, but I'm just saying, we say that we don't have time, but we do a lot of things that we don't want to do. 30 minutes, 15 minutes is not a whole lot to ask to take back your life. That's all you're doing, is taking back your life and removing mom guilt. I had mom guilt, but I'm like, I could be on the toilet. They're gonna come and be on, in the shower.
Yeah.
Like, they don't care. So
that's just what they do.
Take your hour and don't feel bad about it. And that's the thing, is take back your life. Take it back, and your family will appreciate it. You know, that's what I preach the most. And even to just regular people, is whether they're coming to work out, take back your life, take some time out for yourself. You don't have to come into the gym with me. I mean, I don't care if it's walking, jogging, crunches, meditation, like find some time that is just designated just for you, and start small, and don't feel guilty if you fall off the wagon. Get back up next day, start over.
I love it. So you're motivating me right now, and I thank you. I'm so glad I did this, because I need that to stay going, right? Because I'm like you. I've been there, started, stop, but I really want to live healthier. It is not about the losing the weight part. It's about the healthy part. So I hope that people right? I hope that people can grasp a hold of that. It's just to try to be as healthy as possible. And you brought it in perspective when you said, I don't want my grandkids, because when you go to the doctors, like, who had diabetes, heart failure, blood pressure, all that stuff, right? Well, I want them to say, my granny had all this stuff, and now look at, so I like that. Thank you for that. So let's talk about some of the things that you offer in Blu Print for people that would love to maybe check you out.
Okay. Our main vein is cycling. That was the thing that changed my life. We also do extreme hip hop. It's old school step aerobics with a little flair on it. And we have boot camp classes and personal sessions. So I have a little variety of everything. If you just absolutely hate cycling, extreme hip hop is going to give you the same burn that cycling going to give you, but just in a different way. Boot camp will also give you about the same too. So just really depends on what you're looking for and what we can offer you. So, but definitely cycling is going to be that overall, get that heart together. It was the thing that changed me from having heart disease from about 38% to about 3%. So that's like a massive
major. I'm telling you, you inspire me. Congratulations on that. So, oh my gosh, tell the people where you're located and your hours of your business hours.
Well, the hours vary, but I'm located on Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma, on the main vein of Black Wall Street, on the corner of Greenwood and Archer. Our hours really vary, so I'm not going to list the hours because it's based off of class time. So once they go to our website, they'll be able to see. We have morning classes, afternoon classes, and evening classes. So it's kind of, I won't say all over the place, but a sector to fit. And then we also have showers. So if you're coming early in the morning and you need to get to work, we got you. Or coming after work and you go into an event, we got you. Or on lunch, we got you.
I love it. Do you do weekends? Are you open on the weekends?
Yeah, we're open every other Saturday and every Sunday. So only 2 Saturdays out the month we're closed. Yeah. So
okay. Can you tell the people what your website is and how they can reach you on social media sites?
It is the blueprintstudio.com. That is our website. Once you get on, a video will drop down too. So it'll give you a little bit more about the studio. It'll show you what the studio looks like on the inside as well. It'll give you a calendar too, so it'll let you see what the bookings are. You can find me on Instagram, either 366 Fit Mom. That is my personal account. So that'll let you see where I started and where I'm constantly going, see about my year journey.
What is it again?
Uh, 366 Fit Mom. My first year journey started in leap years. So that year I worked out
Really?
366 days. So that's where that name
Ah.
comes from, Blu Print Studio. So yeah.
And then so basically, can they enroll, or do they just show up there and just pay for the class as they come and go? Or is there membership? Are there membership?
They can enroll online to create a login. That's the best way to go about it. We also take United Healthcare, which is good. United Healthcare pays for 5 visits, so they don't have to worry if they have, I think it's called Renew Active. So if you have Renew Active, they're going to pay for you to come to the studio for 5 sessions. If you have Gym Pass, we're on that too, or your first week, it's $10. So it lets you get in there to see what I like, what I don't like. Cycling, you definitely gonna have to take it more than once, because you're probably gonna hate me the first time. But I'm really known for people saying that it was hard, but the way I teach, it makes them feel like they can do it. Not that they love me for it, but they say you make it easier to do. So my goal is to just change people's lives and like it just a little bit.
That was fun. What do you do for beginners? Like, do they just jump in and there you go? Do you have, oh my gosh, like, or
You thrown to the wolves. but the way I teach, I don't point you out, but you know that I'm talking to you. Like I treat everything with love. I'm hard, but at the same time, I'm like, hey, if I'm doing this and you feel like this is too hard, back it down. But I'm not like, hey, Janice, give me
yeah,
blah, blah, blah. I'm like, hey, if this is too hard, go ahead and have a seat, add gear, or if this is too fast, like, you know that I'm talking to you because I'm cueing it, but nobody else knows who I'm talking to. So I try to do it with love and try to always make sure that, hey, just because I'm doing it, I've been doing it forever. So
yeah.
I'm the teacher. Don't try to keep up with me unless you feel like you can. If that's your goal, then keep up with me. If you like, hey, I just came here to listen to music, I don't care nothing about what you're saying, then give me that. But just give me something. That's the only thing I require is something,
Yeah.
where, and if you need time after class that you didn't understand something with, I am good for staying with you after class. Say, hey, let me fix your form. So many of my writers have become stronger writers just because of me hanging back and me showing that love and that care. Like, hey, let me help you to become stronger. Yes, it was tough, but I can help you become a stronger writer.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, that is so.
but yeah, you thrown to the wolves the very
Oh
first
my
ride. I
gosh.
mean,
See, I almost was gonna come. No.
I get it. It's the toughest cardio you will ever do. That even if you've done it years and years, it's one of those things that your body is never going to be ready for it. Like the first time I did it, I hated it so much, but it was how the instructor got into my mental and made me fall in love with it, because it's always levels of elevation. It's all about perspective of how
Right.
strong do you want to be today? Like, how hard do you want to push today? So it's your will versus, what you can do.
Right.
So
I like the hip hop thing, but I can't dance. I would love to.
it's not like dance, like people get confused. Like, you have to look up Philip Whedon. He's the creator of extreme hip hop. Like, I'm on the mild version of extreme hip hop. I'm the grandma version.
That's what I need.
I'm the modified queen of hip hop. Like, I love extreme hip hop, but cycling is my main vein. I've had knee surgery and I have a plate in my foot, so I just do extreme hip hop just to get in that extra cardio. But no, we're definitely on the lower end of it. But you still, like I said, you still can get a good burn in, and it's intimidating at first too. But once you get it, you'll be good.
Yeah.
So
Well, I thank you so much for spending a little time with us. I appreciate it. And I appreciate what you're doing. Congratulations on all that you're doing. And we wish you nothing but success. We support you over here. I don't know.
thank you so much.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna come and work out that hard, but I'm gonna come. I'm coming. I'll give you that.
Even if you just hop on the bike and be like, Marquita, I don't care nothing about what you're saying. These beats are good though. That's it.
Yeah. So you guys go out and follow her. Go find the blueprint. Go to the website. Get out and get moving for your health. If nothing else, do it for you, for your health. And go follow her. And hopefully you'll go down to, while you're on Black Wall Street, stop by, if nothing else, and say hey to her. Again, thank you for being here. We appreciate you. You guys, we're gonna go for now. But remember, respect yourself, respect each other. God bless.